Looky. What do you think this all means? I'll show you. Okay, y'all, the other night I made a winter chicken dinner, and I baked a chicken in this pot, and we got about all we could off that chicken there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save all that good fond, and I'm going to make my chicken soup in this pot, so I use all that good stuff. And there's a little bit of my leftover squash. And I'm going to use Mary B's Dumplings, open kettle. Now, I've used these maybe 20 years ago, but I was searching through my freezer and I found them, so I'm going to use them. I'm going to use carrots, I'm going to use celery, I'm going to use cabbage, I'm going to use onions. Again, searching through my freezer, I found these leeks. I froze these leeks back in April, and I found these are just plain old beans. Soak overnight, no ham, no nothing, just beans. So we're gonna make a winter chicken soup. Watch me. First I'm gonna get all my veggies prepped. Okay, got all my veggies. I put them through my Black & Decker, and I put them in these plastic bags. So here's my carrots, here's my cabbage, here's my onions, here's my celery. I'm going to use all my leeks, so it's already in the pan. And of course, since my beans are already cooked, they won't go in until last, and the same with my squash. So now I'm going to get a little bit of each one of these veggies in this pot, and I'm going to start sautéing it. Okay, so this is about how much I'm using of each one of those vegetables. The rest of them went in the fridge, and so now I'm going to sauté this, get a little bit of color on it, get a little bit of cook going so I can pull up that good looking fond there on the bottom from that chicken, and we shall return. Boy, I love my Black & Decker. Look how good it did those vegetables. Jeez, I would have hated to have had to done them by hand. Looky there, y'all. We got all that good fond off the bottom. Oh, yeah. Ooh, sorry. I always forget and get y'all too close. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to add my spices. Now, what spices am I going to add? I'm going to add some granulated garlic. I'm going to add some Knorr chicken flavor bouillon. I'm going to add salt later because when I roasted that chicken there was salt, and of course celery is a little on the salty side, so we're going to check that later and add some salt. And then I'm going to add some black pepper. And then look what I've got here, y'all. I saved my little celery fronds. I did not chop them up because I wanted them in there whole. I love celery fronds. And don't you know, I did do the core out of my cabbage. So my cabbage core, part of it could be in there too. So let me get my spices in there and I'll bring you back. So there's my black pepper. I added, oh, I don't know, 1/8 of a teaspoon. There is my garlic. I added probably about a tablespoon of garlic. And there is my chicken bouillon, my Knorr chicken bouillon. And I added probably, 2 tablespoons. So now I'm going to add my water. And I don't know how much water I'm adding. I want it to come about, let me get that. I want it to come about halfway up on the pot. Right there. So now, what's going to happen? Ooh, get that all good mixed. Now I'm going to put my lid on, and I'm going to turn the heat up all the way and let it come to a rolling boil. Then I'm going to turn it down and simmer it for about 20 minutes. Y'all, we have a wee change of plans here. I got to reading, like I said, I have used these dumplings before, but it's been about 20 years. And I got to reading the back of this, and it says that I have to cook the dumplings for 45 minutes. So, this just came up to a boil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the directions on the back of this package for cooking the dumplings, which means that now that it's boiling, I add the dumplings and I bring it to a boil. I drop the dumplings in one at a time. And then I'm supposed to simmer it for 45 minutes. So, I'm not going to use all the dumplings. I'm going to use about this much. So I'm going to cut them into thirds, or break them into thirds, and I'm going to add them to this water one at a time. Ooh, got you close again. So here we go. Now some of them didn't exactly break up like they were supposed to. I'm dropping them in one at a time. Now, y'all, like I said, I've used these before, but it's been, oh, good Lord, 20 years. But I do remember that they were pretty good. And since I'm not putting noodles in here, I figured these dumplings would work out just fine. Now y'all know too that normally I make my dumplings from scratch, but I thought this would be a nice change of pace. Be something different. I know Ernie's never had these before. Okay, so there's all the dumplings. So now, well, I don't know, maybe that's not enough dumplings. So now, I'm adding the dumplings, bring remaining broth to a boil. One at a time. Simmer after all the dumplings have been added. Cover and reduce heat. Oh, after all dumplings have been added, cover and reduce heat. Simmer for 45 minutes, stirring occasionally. Well, I tell you what, y'all, I added about a third of those dumplings. I think I'm going to add, well, since that piece broke off, I don't want that many. I'm going to add about that much more. And then I'm going to do what it says. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to simmer it for 45 minutes, and I'll bring y'all back. Y'all, it's been about halfway of the cooking time. Of course, I'm supposed to stir it occasionally, but you know what I decided to do, since I'm not using noodles, because I don't have any. I want to add about, I don't know, what is that, about a fourth of a cup of rice. Give it a little bit more oomph. Yeah. There we go. So I'll bring you back when the dumplings are supposed to be done. Oops, that was silly. Okay, y'all. Ooh, kind of shiny there. Time to do our taste test and to see if them dumplings... Ooh, let me get a cloth. See if them dumplings are done. Oh, looking good, looking good. So, give this a good stir. Oh yeah, that rice did good. That rice did good. That, ooh, that thickened up real nice. So, let's do a taste test. Check those dumplings. Let me get one out, or part of one out. Well, goodness. There we go. Yeah. So, now we're going to add this squash. And I'm going to add these beans. And we'll give it about 5 minutes to get it all heated through. And I'll plate Ernie up and he'll do an official taste test. Wait, y'all, almost forgot. I forgot to check for salt and stuff. I checked the dumplings, but I didn't check for salt. And pepper and garlic. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Don't tell Ernie, but we're adding some more garlic. And we're going to add just a touch more pepper. And I'm going to add about another tablespoon of that chicken bouillon. So those beans and stuff need to get heated through, and so does that squash. So I'm going to give this a good stir. Now I'm going to give it a good stir, heat it all the way through, and when I bring you back, we'll be serving Ernie. Y'all, where is my head? The chicken. Okay. Last time, I swear, when we come back, Ernie will be doing his official taste test. Promise. So here you go, y'all. Here is my chicken soup. Good and thick and hearty. And we use these Mary B dumplings. We used about half this package. And that's the roasting pan I did the chicken in. And we got a little bit of rice in there. We got carrots, celery, cabbage, onions, leeks, some of my cooked beans, and gosh, was that it? I don't remember. So there you go. And Ernie, go ahead and taste. And here, just a second. I want to make sure you taste those dumplings, because you've had my chicken soup before. You need to check them dumplings and see what you think of them dumplings, because I know you've never had them. Y'all, I wanted to make sure I used the fond off the bottom of this roasting pan. It came out absolutely delicious. So what do you think, Ernie? What?
Good.
Good. Real good or just good?
Very good.
Real good. So there you go, y'all. Them dumplings are just fine. That Mary B's dumplings. That's not my real name, y'all. I'm not Mary B. I promise. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.